Hello everyone, Attack Power here with another game between Stardekk and Frubblord, Game 2 in the SDL Monthly Tournament. Let's dive right in here to Haroshaje. And on the left in the red we have Frubblord playing, I believe it's 3rd Canadian? Is that the 4th Canadian Armored on V for Victory. Whew, love it. And on the right side we have Stardekk playing Panzer Lehr on Maverick Income. So let's dive right into these decks. 4th Canadian, a new division from the Normandy DLC. So diving in here, we have Recon tab, all armor. Very interesting. We have Staghound and then 4 cards of Sherman 5 SARs. That's a lot. That's a lot, but that makes up for the fact he doesn't have much armored in this armored deck in his armored tab. The infantry tab here, a solid infantry tab if awkwardly phase locked. That's the big issue with it. A phase here we have Assault Pioneers and Field Engineers along with Rifles, Piat, 2 cards of those, and a leader. Then B phase we have the Motor Rifles late, and then C phase we have Rifles late and the Kangaroo Rifles. In the tank tab we have a Command Stewart there. We have Firefly in A phase, Firefly in B phase, and Firefly in C phase. The support tab we have 2 cards of Vickers in A phase, the Bedford Supply, and then C phase 50 cals. The AT tab, just 6 pounders and 17 pounders. What you expect from these sort of decks, Commonwealth decks. Then the AA tab, really light here. We've just Crusader AAs, but you're paying Panzer Lehr, so there's not going to be that much Air Force to deal with in the first place. And Crusader AAs are really flexible support weapons as well. RD tab here, just 2 cards of Sextons, along with a Spotters and Artillery Leader. And then finally, the Air tab, we have a Typhoon Fighter, Typhoon Rockets, and a Marauder Bomber in B phase. On the other side, Panzer Lehr division that got a pretty big buff recently with its Panzer Grenadiers technically going to 25 points, but since they're all forced to come in half tracks, they now cost a standard 30 points that come with basically a free half track, is essentially how it works. So it's pretty strong, and of course their Panzer Grenadiers always had Panzer tracks, so the division has really climbed up in the standings. I would say to a solid B tier, maybe even scratching an A tier, very dependent on the map. Then the Recon tab here though, Spetrup, and then we have SPW 234/1, SPW Puma there, all in A phase. Then B phase, we have the Panzer IV J double vet and an Aufklar Panther D double vet there in B phase. Interesting. The infantry tab here, we have Pioneers and 2 cards of Panzer Shreks in A. Then we have the Sturm Pioneers and a Panzer Grenadier in B, and finally C phase, an unvetted card of Panzergrens, giving 63 infantry there. The tank tab here, Panzer III H, which is the short-barreled variant of the Panzer III. Then we have a Panzer III Leader. Then we have a Tiger double vet in A phase. Then B phase, we have a Panzer IV Leader, a Panther A 1 vet, and a Panther A Leader double vet. And finally C phase, we have a Panzer IV double vet there. Then the sport tab, pretty light here. We have MG42 Grilla and a Opel Blitz. AT tab here, Martyr 3M, so no static AT here. We have Martyr 3M and 3 cards of the Panzer IV, Jagdpanzer IV A0. I'm not a big fan of these. I love a Jagdpanzer IV, but the A0 variant is very underwhelming. Although, technically, against Shermans, they're very solid. The AA tab here, we have 2 20 mils, a Gepard and a regular 20 mil, but they're coming in with the 20 mil vehicle, so there's technically double the number you see there. And then a B-phase double vet card of Verbelfin. I would at least normally see 1 vet, but to double vet that as well. Wow. I mean, that does make it single-handedly able to shoot down a plane pretty easily. The RD tab here, we have Nebelwerfer, 2 cards of Nebelwerfer, the big ones, the 300 mil, and then a SDKFZ 81 mil. And finally, we have a Recon Focke-Wulf and a Rocket Focke-Wulf. So diving in here, any crazy deployments? Let's see. No, the standard push down here with a couple Assault Pioneers. He should be able to win that. Town, we do see a pretty deep push here from Stardekk. Okay, it's not like super deep, it's just going to here. Nothing up north. Literally a Panzergren. I mean, obviously Frubblord has no idea, but like he would be able to crush this up north. The Pumas early can be a big issue. Coming in, ooh, just misses. Can't pick up any transports there yet. Might get this Rifles Piat, though. And he does. 15-9 here for Frubblord. His early Jeeps here giving him a lot of space early. Oh, and are these Assault Pioneers going to pick up these Pioneers? Whoa, that was close. Heads up play there by Stardekk. And, whoa, the 6-pounder picks up the SDKFZ. Oh, but the Panzergren survives. The SDKFZ doesn't have enough damage to straight kill the Panzer Shrek through the half track. So remember, they made a big change to transport killing, that when you, like, kill them in transports, it, like, protects some amount of HP depending on how much armor there is and stuff in the transport. So that makes half-tracks actually a lot better at protecting those units. Puma's pushed off now by the Sherman. We see a Jagdpanzer 4 in there, just a lot of Panzer 3s. This map is technically pretty bad for Axis divisions. Their tanks really suffer against Shermans in this town. A lot of MGs, though. As the half-track just drove through here. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Stuart, leader, in here to try to help. A lot of light armor. Oh, if only Frubblord knew. Panzer 3 down to the Sherman. Puma on the run. Panzer 3 gets a hit on the Staghound. Staghound not going anywhere yet. Gets a pen. Goes down, though. Now the SPW is pushing in. One of the Pumas went down already. As this Sherman 5 has been key. Half-tracks now pushing here. We'll see if the Axis half-tracks can hold up the way the Allied ones did last game. Ooh, the Staghound picking up a kill on the Panzer 3. Goes down itself, though. Jagdpanzer 4. It's 110 millimeters of frontal armor. Will do plenty well against the Sherman. The Sherman trying desperately to get a pen. The Jagdpanzer cannot fire as long as it's moving. As the Sherman gets away. Nice play there by Frubblord, keeping that thing alive. Staghound up on the hill here. Interesting. Misses its first shot on the Panzer 3. The Panzer 3 does not afford Staghound the same. It misses again. Panzer 3 gonna miss this time. Staghound, will it get a pen? No, it will not. Panzer 3s are usually pretty underwhelming, but here they're doing a great job of cleaning up this light armor. Panzergren pushing in deep here for this Vickers. Just kidding, pushing deeper to get the Sherman. Sherman on the run. Not going to get away in time, I don't think. It did? And a half-track driving through and surrendering a bunch of infantry. So Stardekk basically taking advantage of the half-track cheese, even on the Axis side. Yeah, the half-track's just bullying everything again. Whole lot of Shermans, and the problem is they can't get through this Jagdpanzer 4. 17-pounder moving in to try to relieve the pressure here from this one. Currently 13-11 for Stardekk, almost capturing this entire town now. Sherman moving forward, deciding to engage with his Jagdpanzer? No, but they do find SPW for free. Get that kill. That was nice. 17-pounder finding the Jagdpanzer 4 out in the open. Misses the second shot, but the Sherman finding the side shot. So one Jagdpanzer 4 down. There's a lot of those to go, though. Half-track's going down. Sherman should easily win this fight against the Panzer 3. Rifles leader is screwed now. Makes a run for it. No chance of getting away. This is half-track getting a free cap here on this flag. Stuart and a Firefly coming in. Sherman Looks like it got a pen on the Jagdpanzer IV, but cannot get the second one. Frubblord desperately trying to keep this leader alive. Back to 12-12 here. APCR, the Puma, getting a pen here on the Sherman. Oh, a gun jam! Oh, what a crit! Really nice micro there from Stardekk. Gets an armor crack! Wow! Holy bajoli. Can the 17-pounder at least respond? Nope. Stardekk 2 on top of his micro with that. Do we see Artie for that 17-pounder? No. See 20 mil in now, AA. Frubblord pretty quickly closing this hole. Typhoon rockets coming in. Jagdpanzer IV goes down to the 17-pounder. MG42 down. Typhoon rockets pretty good. They have a lot of rockets, so they do a fair bit of damage. MG42 taking a very odd transport direction here. Amazingly does not get killed. As the Stuart tries to dig itself into a hole here that it can't be found. Sherman finally spotting this half-track. 17-pound, oh no, Firefly getting a hit on the Jagdpanzer IV at max range, basically. Can it land another? It does! Taking on another Jagdpanzer IV. This one taking a side shot from the Sherman. 17-pounder finding it? Oh, down it goes! 3 Jagdpanzer IVs down. Okay. Alright. Tiger E coming in. Definitely, by all accounts, scarier than the Jagdpanzer IVs, and Frubblord's already been struggling to get rid of those. And remember, Frubblord on V for victory here versus Maverick, which means he has the advantage here in A phase, and that advantage is going to very much go away in B phase. It's about as gone of an advantage as you can be gone. Panzerschreck just pushing forward on its own here. But this is my point here. So we saw Stardekk leverage his half-tracks a fair bit there, but they just did not have the same effect the allied half-tracks had in the last game we watched. Where every unit with a 50 cal was just crushing. Firefly out of range of these Panzer IIIs. Is Stuart going to go down for nothing? I'm not sure why Frubblord's doing this. Not 100% sure what his goal with this was. I'm not sure if it was a misclick or he thought it would go backwards or something. But yeah, he threw that command Stuart away for nothing. Focke-Wulf 190 floating around getting free recon. Rifles Piat. Interesting. Looked like that grenade followed him. Sherman goes down to a side shot from the Panzer III, I think. Firefly has done a nice job of blocking out this area, but the Tiger E, definitely a good matchup here against the Firefly. Firefly can kill it, but it's not a great fight. 17-pounder finally finding that Puma. Gorilla here crushing. No AA for this Focke-Wulf, so he's just getting free spotsies on everything. MG42 spotting this Assault Pioneer, but had to completely flip himself around. But at this range, he's actually going to put out a lot of damage. Focke-Wulf rockets land on the Firefly there. Crusader AA's in. Surprised he didn't, like, he bought 2 Crusader AA's, which is 130 points. He could have bought 1 Typhoon and probably shot all these down. Tiger E taking a pen from the Firefly. Misses its first shot. Bounces the next one. It is a double vet Tiger. And it does land and kill there. 50 cal's trying to solo this Focke-Wulf. Crusader's coming in, though. They will be able to force that off now. 12-12, with both players relatively in Frubblord a little bit ahead, but we're now into B phase. So now we see the Maverick income going to take over. MG42. They can't shoot each other because they get too close. There we go. Okay. And now we see the 50 cal doing what 50 cals do. Nothing that MG42 can do about it. Firefly took a gorilla shot, but killed the gorilla. So that's a pretty big kill. Not sure where it was, right in here somewhere. Now dead, giving Frubblord a 14-10, so very nice there. 17 pounder, will it be getting a free kill on the Tiger here? It's gonna hit the Panzer III first. Tiger backing up just before Panzer III looks like it's gonna go down. Wow, 17 pounder. Bruh. I don't understand these weapons. They land perfect like 2 shots at maximum range, and then they're within 1,000 meters and they're like blind. I find it to be one of the most frustrating weapons in the game. Against me, they seem unmissable, and while I use them, it's like they're freaking blind. Smoke from the Assault Pioneer forcing the fight into a nice close range where he wants it, but the Assault Pioneer's moving? Why are they moving? Why are they doing this? Both units down to just 1 man, and the flames do go off first, killing off that Panzerschreck. Half-track goes down, Spare Troop caught in the open. No, not in the open, they're in a building actually. It's the Rifles Piat out in the open here. So far, Frubblord at a 14-10. Field Engineers would love nothing more than the trade with these Pioneers. And they will. That's really what those units are. The Field Engineers of the Commonwealth are essentially suicide squads. They're just going, they throw their grenade. You don't care if they die. They're 15 points. They're 5 men. They're not exactly changing the game. But if they can take out a 25-point enemy unit, that's a massive plus trade. Sped Troop forced to fall back into a non-ideal position here. Nebulor for 300 mil, going after the 17 pounder on the hill. Should definitely get that kill. Is he firing all 6 rockets? 4, 5. I think that was 6. So far, all big misses. There's a half-decent hit. That last one? Wow. Nebulor for failing. 300 mil doesn't usually need a buddy. They're usually pretty independent. One of the few rocket artillery pieces that I don't say you must have a buddy. Focke-Wulf. This guy's just 2 crappy MGs. It's not shooting this Typhoon down. Typhoon, on the other hand, absolutely can shoot down this Focke-Wulf. Can it catch it? He's not going after it? Wait, really? I guess it's a little slower. Going after this SPW instead? Nice hit, but doesn't kill it off. Kind of surprised. Double vet 20 mils. They're dangerous, actually. They don't stop planes from flying over you, but they can shoot them down. A lot of infantry here. Frubblord is doing quite well into B phase. Now, this is where the income advantage really starts to take off, though, for Stardekk. Can he take advantage of it is the question. We see a Panther in now. Tiger has been shifted over to here. Firefly is here, though. This is not a good fight for the Firefly. Double teamed. And the Panther, pretty solid winner most of the time. Misses its first shot. Panther does not insta-kills that Firefly. Had already taken some sort of damage from the gorilla, I guess. As an SDKFZ is also now here. See some Sturm Pioneers. B-phase finally giving Stardekk a little bit of CQC firepower. More gorilla in, along with the Jagdpanzer IV. Frubblord losing his northern flag here. His 17 pounder really is best tool against these big units. 6 pounder, if it could have gotten a side shot in this Tiger, would have been pretty huge, but unfortunately the 6 pounder spot. But another 17 pounder. This one, it never died. Oh, and the Tiger is forced to run. Like I said, in the town, Frubblord in a pretty strong spot. The Shermans are just so good in here. But outside of the town, the Panther, the kitty cats, gonna dominate, generally speaking. The 17 pounders being their biggest fear. Focke-Wulf combo coming in down south, but the Focke-Wulf rocket lots line of sight? Focke-Wulf the Crusader A gets a good hit on the Focke-Wulf, forcing it back pretty quick. Back to a 12-12. Frubblord still in the lead. Income disadvantage increasing, though. .50 cal still make it really hard for the infantry to win any fight on the Axis side. As Frubblord continues to dig in to try to survive the Maverick onslaught. Sherman goes down to the mortar. The 17-pounder has already been moved, but that does not mean it's not going to die here. Any rocket goes wide on the right could easily pick up the kill on this quite weakened 17-pounder. There it is. And another one going wide. Will it get the kill? It does not. Now, this thing's down to 1, so the tank just has to do one good shot there and it'll get the kill. 6-pounder dropping the ball hard here. Should be an easy kill for it. Looks like Stardekk's like cycling his Panzer IIIs here to fight this thing. Does get a pen, but the mortar going to help clean that up. SPW pushed down south. The 6-pounder was pushed out of position. I don't see an order on it, so I'm not sure what it's doing. I'd be losing my freaking mind right now. SPW's on the hill. No armor incoming. Crusader going to die here, probably. Vickers can't do anything. Multi-rifles have a Piat, so they can do something. They're moving... No, they're kind of moving in to help. Can't decide if they really are. We have 2 minutes left here in B phase, and we're starting to see the effects of that Maverick income. We see so many units of Stardekk coming in, and so little from Frubblord as he tries to manage his very little points. Motor rifles late are like dicking around here. 6-pounder might get a cheeky kill here randomly on these SPWs. If it could set up and fire. Multi-rifle's finally in position here. But not firing still. 6-pounder gets wiped out. We get one Panzergren going down to the Piat. Typhoon coming in to try to solve the problem. Gets a rocket strike off. Kills both SPWs. Panzergren going in deep, though. Sherman coming, but that Panzergren with its Panzer Schreck, of course, extremely dangerous. Typhoon might go down to the 20 mils. It does. That's a big loss. Sherman veers off, staying out of the way of the Panzergren. Multi-rifles here try to kill off anything that drives by. Out of position to stop these Sherm Pioneers, though, from pushing across the road. Crusader AA could try to come back in. They'd be huge here. The push up north, Stardekk throwing another push this way. Does get held up. I'm not sure why these Assault Pioneers are standing in this position. It's an awful position. Half-track goes down. Sturm Pioneers pushing forward. Panzer IV now here to get the Stuart, which is holding things up. Down it goes. 6-pounder in position, though, all of a sudden. Oh, nope, just lost sight of the Panzer IV. Panzergrens are here, though. Whoa, the Assault Pioneers catch out the Sturm Pioneers. And another one. 6-pounder on target on the Panzer IV. Bounces? Really? 6-pounder. Bruh. What are you sucking butt for? Takes down the Panzer IV. That's huge. We are now into C phase, but can Frubblord survive? He's down now to a 15-9. And of course, this is when Maverick has the maximum bonus, is right here at the beginning of C phase. 300 mil. The rocket going totally blank. Nothing there to hit. Now we have a whole bunch of kiddies pushing forward here with the Jagdpanzer IV. Everything in the back here exposed. Crusader A has no chance. Down he goes. A 6-pounder coming in. That is not the tool he needs here. 17-pounder, if it can set up in time. Oh, this is the moment, really. These next 5 minutes are really the determiner. Can Frubblord get his feet back under him? Or will Stardekk's Maverick push carry the day? Sherman pushing over here? I have no idea why. Got a side pen on the Tiger, though, it appears. Or on the Panther, excuse me. 17-pounder deployed. Field Engineer was causing some encirclement, which was actually really helping. 17-pounder out of position, needs to move back. Looks like he was, and now he's not. As now the northern push of Stardekk bearing fruit. Another 300 mil Nebelwerfer hitting this cluster of infantry here. And here comes the half-tracks to come in and surrender it. $17-pounder bounces on the Panther. At this range seems shocking, but does finally pick up the Panther kill. Will it get the Tiger as well? Jagdpanzer IV driving right up on it. But it's suffering hill pressure, but now the machine gun is involved. Tiger lands a big hit, and the 17-pounder goes down. Really bad. Now the Sherman down south kind of dominating this. Sherman lands a hit on the Panzer III. SPW causing issues. 17-pounder in. Needs to unload, like, immediately. Or the Jagdpanzer IV is going to kill it. I don't think Frubblord's noticed. The Jagdpanzer IV has no eyes. It can't see. Crusader AA is going to open up on the Jagdpanzer IV. 17-pounder should get this Jagdpanzer IV. Easy. Oh my god, it missed. That's what I'm talking about with these things. What is with this unit? Freaking two... The Crusader AA killed it. I love it. 6-pounder on the Tiger? Maybe? Sherman shouldn't be doing this? $14-10. It's back to a single tick. Is Frubblord bringing it back? His center position crumbling, though. There's always the problem with V for victory against Maverick. You think maybe you held on, but then all of a sudden in C phase it all falls apart. Smoke from the SDK of Zed stopping that 6-pounder from saving the day. 17-pounder now has to crawl forward. Sherman moving up. I can't believe we called a Sherman instead of a Firefly. A Firefly here would be so much more useful. Sexton with his infinity ammo, trying to help out. 6-pounder on the move to try to dodge this mortar fire. SPW clearing out the infantry. Rifles Lake can do nothing against this Panzer III. Stardekk still on a 15-9. 17-pounder worked his way into position, finds the Panzer III. Can the Crusaders stop the Focke-Wulf? It does, actually. Oh, the 17-pounder just short! Sherman has no chance against this Tiger. It's going after the Grilla? Oh, big mistake there by Frubblord. 18-6 for Stardekk. It looks like Frubblord is not going to be able to pull it back as his line just crumbles now. I really thought Frubblord was doing it, but that's often the feeling in this matchup with V for Victory versus Maverick. It looks like the V for Victory guy's holding on, and then all of a sudden it just all collapses. And yeah, I don't think Frubblord can get back into this from here. He's so far behind now. Oh. Frustratingly good micro from Stardekk. Frustrating for Frubblord, I mean. Panzergren. Will they get successfully hit the Panzer Shrek? They do! Despite being pretty heavily pinned. Oh, and a 19-5 here. Pretty rough. And Frubblord throws in the towel, doesn't even live out the timer there. 26 minutes, 11 seconds, 2,700 to 2,055 kills. Yeah, I get it's a tough one. It's a tough income matchup. It really is. I would honestly just pick balanced over V for Victory. I really would. I made this argument myself and tried V for Victory a whole bunch, thinking like, oh yeah, maybe it is better than balanced. You get that bonus at the beginning, you just kind of dig in, and then you carry it out the rest of the way. It just doesn't really play out that way. It really doesn't. I find balance is just a stronger pick against Maverick, generally speaking. So a couple of Shermans doing quite well. Yeah, I mean the Shermans do amazing in that town. They really do. And he did a relatively good job of controlling some of the bigger armor on the outside of the town. He just couldn't clear it all out. Some really bad Nebelwerfer shots. Yeah, some Nebelwerfer, but also some really bad 17-pounder shots there that just did not find their mark. But good game to both players. That was an exciting one. If you guys enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe, check out that Patreon. Thanks a bunch, guys, and have a fantastic day.